Hello everyone, welcome to Lost in the Reel. Today we're going to be going over the new film Music, written and directed by pop star SIA, which was nominated for 2 Golden Globe Awards. Was it worthy of those nominations? Let's find out. Music was just released on February 12th, and you can stream it wherever you rent your movies. The film is written and directed by SIA, and also Dallas Clayton has a screenplay credit. It stars Kate Hudson, Leslie Odom Jr., Maddie Ziegler, and Hector Elizondo. Zoo is newly sober when she receives news that she is to become the sole guardian of her half-sister named Music, a young girl on the autism spectrum. The film explores 2 of SIA's favorite themes, finding your voice and creating family. So I really wanted to go into this movie with an open mind because I know a lot of people have been just crapping on this movie and a lot of critics have been trashing it. And I understand why, because we do have a lead actress here who is playing someone with a disability who does not have one in real life. And that's always just something really touchy and can come off as offensive. So I get where they're coming from, but I really do like SIA as a performer. And also I like the cast a lot here, so I wanted to give it a shot. Let's start out with the good, and I think that Kate Hudson is actually pretty great in this movie, and I can see why the HFPA nominated her for Best Actress in a Comedy/Musical. She's playing against type, she's shaved her head, and she brings an edginess to the role that I wasn't expecting, and she also sings all of her music, which I had no idea watching the movie. I thought it was actually SIA and Kate Hudson was just lip-syncing, but she actually sings pretty good. Leslie Odom Jr. as well is very charming, as he always is, but the only issue there is that I don't think him and Kate Hudson have a lot of chemistry with each other, so that is a bit of a downfall because it's a huge part of the story. And also the musical numbers at times can be very creative and witty, and I liked some of them. And that's where the good ends, unfortunately. So let's get started talking about what I didn't like about the movie. The musical numbers. Like I said, some of the musical numbers are interesting and different and inventive, and they also bring a brightness to the movie, especially when it can be very dark at times. But a lot of these musical numbers are really messy and disjointed and don't seem to have a place within the confines of this film. I get where SIA was going with these numbers. She wanted the audience to see the world through the eyes of music, but it just didn't work. It just didn't. And also, the music itself, written by SIA and Labyrinth, who I also love, is just plain forgettable. There was only one song, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, that I told myself, okay, wow, I would definitely go back and listen to that again. And that's unfortunate, especially when you're watching a musical. The song that I'm talking about happens about midway through the film, and it's sung by Leslie Odom Jr., and literally when it happened, I just got goosebumps. The song is incredible, but it's paired with this strange visual sequence of him running in these oversized trousers on a treadmill, and it just didn't work. So I literally just closed my eyes and listened to the song so I didn't have to look at what was happening on the screen. And this is how I feel about this film. A little bit works, but most of it just doesn't. Some other things that I just have to bring up is the dark tone of the film. This movie deals with so many heavy themes, including disability, addiction, AIDS, you name it, this movie is gonna cover it. And then it's paired with these musical numbers that are bright and cheery and silly, and the two don't coalesce with each other. There's also a subplot in this movie that takes up quite a bit of time about Music's neighbor who lives across the street, and this does nothing to progress the story in any way, and it's not connected to anything that's going on besides the fact that he's also an outcast like Music and the world also doesn't understand him. I don't know, I feel like I'm even reaching there. I just didn't understand why this subplot was here to begin with. But there were times in the movie that I was thinking to myself, I almost would rather see a movie about this kid than the movie that we're getting right now. And then, to top it all off, Sia pulls an M. Night Shyamalan and casts herself in her own damn movie, and then goes a step further and plays herself. Isn't this the pop star who doesn't like the world to see her face? What happened to that? I don't know, after that moment I just put my hands up in the air. I'm not even going to get into the nitty-gritty of Ziegler's performance because I do think that she was giving it her all. I just don't think that it was fair to even put her in this place to begin with. It's almost as if Sia was like, I brought you into this world of fame, now I'm gonna take you out of it by casting you in this movie. I don't know, I hope the poor girl doesn't get too much hate for this. So I will be giving music 2 plates of eggs out of 5. I think this movie does have a good heart and it does have good intentions. I just think that this is an extremely misguided movie. I also think that this is a case of an artist who is so clouded and blinded by their own ideas that they're incapable of seeing all of the many issues that those ideas have. So, no, I do not think that this movie is worthy of awards contention. Thank you so much, guys, for watching Lost in the Reel. We will see you soon.